Good morning, friends. Now I am going to discuss the next concept, approximation. To approximate a number, to a particular place, we need to look at the place next to it to the right side. To the right side. If it is 5 or more than 5, then add 1 to the corresponding place. If it is less than 5, then leave the place as it is. Leave the place, corresponding place as it is. So, to approximate number at a particular place, maybe tens place, maybe hundreds place, maybe 10th place, maybe 100th place, what we need to do? We need to look at the place next to it, to the right side. If it is 5 or more than 5, then we need to add 1 to the corresponding place. If it is less than 5, then leave the place as it is. Let me make this concept clear by taking example. One, round off the number to the maybe 156.73 to the round of the number to integer. I am going to approximate this number to unit place, because integer doesn't have decimals. So, we need to approximate this number to its unit place. So, what we need to do, as I told you already, we need to approximate this number to the unit place. So, we need to look at the place next to it to the right side. This is the number that comes to the right immediately after unit place. Now, this number is more than 5. So, what we need to do? We need to add 1 to the corresponding place. 6 plus 1, 7, then 5, 1. So, the answer is 157. So, rounding off the decimal to integer, what we need to do? We need to look at the tenths place. If it is 5 or above 5, then we need to add 1 to the corresponding place, then it will become 157. Second question. Round off (157) to round off 157 into hundreds. Round off to hundreds. We need only hundreds. We don't want tens and units. We don't want. Okay. So how do you round off to nearest hundreds? Round off to nearest hundreds. So what we need to do? We need to look at the place next to the hundreds place. So this is ones place, tens place. This is the hundreds place. What is the place next to the hundreds place, which is again here in this case it is 7. Okay. See, ones place, tens place, hundreds place. So we want to estimate or we want to find the approximate to value of this number to nearest hundreds. Nearest hundreds. So what we need to do? Look at the place next to it. If it is 5 or above 5, just add 1 to the previous place. Then 5 plus 1 becomes 6. This is 1 6. And the other two places, it is hundreds only we need. So no need to write tens and units. No need to write tens and units because we are estimating to nearest 100. So 1578, nearest 100 is 1600. So they will be asking in the exam, estimate the product. Estimate the products. Maybe 2.5 multiplied by 149 point maybe 83. So we need to estimate this to the maybe to the nearest integers. Okay, so 149.83 multiplication, it takes a lot of time. 2.5 is that. So what we need to do? We need to estimate to nearest integers because it is only a 2.5. If we estimate to tens, 0 will be there. So using a general rule that we need to estimate. So 2.5 we need to estimate to nearest ones. Nearest to ones. Okay. So 2.5 if we estimate nearest one, it is 5 or more than 5, 1 we need to add. So this 2.5 into 149.83 becomes, this 2.5 nearest integer is 3. Nearest unit place, estimate to the nearest unit place, it becomes 3. And this also we estimate to the nearest unit place. Here it is above 5, so 1 we need to add it. So this will become 149, 150. Now we can estimate the product. We can multiply this. 3 into 150 is 450. Okay. So here they did not mention up to which place that we need to estimate. It is very clear from the problem itself. So 2.5 we need to estimate to nearest integer, and this also 149.83 we need to estimate to nearest integer, which is 150, just multiply. Okay. The same thing that you need to follow if you want to estimate the product. The numbers are very large, then using a general rule that you have to estimate. Suppose the given numbers are more than 1,000 and above. Okay, both the numbers are more than 1,000, then we can estimate to nearest thousands. Okay, so no need to estimate nearest ones, nearest tens. Okay, because the numbers are very large, we need to estimate to nearest thousands and we need to multiply it if the numbers are 1,000 or more than 1,000. Okay, and we can also estimate to 100, but again, the numbers are so large, if we estimate, not much difference will be there. So better, depending on the problems, if they give in general estimate the product, you should look at the numbers, accordingly you should estimate. Okay, we can estimate to nearest 1,000 if the numbers are more than 1,000. We can estimate to nearest 100 if the numbers are near hundreds. Okay, if only tens are there, we need to estimate to tens. Again, only two units are there, so no other way we have to estimate to units and multiply the given numbers. That's all we have for approximations. Next, I'll move on to the simplification part. So the next concept is, I think we have already completed 9 concepts. Okay, the next concept is simplification. Simplification of expressions. using V board mass. So you need to remember this V board mass. V board mass you need to remember to simplify expressions. How this word will help you? V stands for wind coulomb. Wind coulomb. It is a bar over wind coulomb. It is a bar over the expression to be performed first. Wind coulomb to be performed first, then brackets. V stands for brackets. Whatever the expression is there within the bracket, that to be performed second, of one type of multiplication that should be performed third. Then next comes D, division. Fourth, we need to perform. Then next, M stands for multiplication. That we need to perform fifth. Then the next addition and subtraction. Addition sixth, and S stands for subtraction seventh. So if you remember this V board mass, we can easily simplify the expressions because it helps us to remember the order of performing the operations. So V board mass help us to simplify the expressions by performing the operations in order. Which operations to be performed first? Wind coulomb. Second, whatever the expression is there in the bracket, that to be performed second. Then next, of one type of multiplication, that to be performed third. Then division fourth, multiplication fifth, addition, subtractions. So for that purpose only we need to remember V board mass. So let me take one example. Simplify involving all. Example, simplify the expression. Simplify the expression. Let me take one. I can give 15 minus, then we'll take a big bracket, then I'll put some number, maybe 50 minus 2 of 15 minus 2 of some 3 divided by, or maybe 6 divided by, okay, 5 minus 2. Here I put one bar, okay. Then I close this bracket. Then I put one, maybe let me add some 2, okay. Then I close this bracket, okay. So we can write on your own, but only thing is operations are there, 2 numbers should be there on either side, okay. How do you simplify these expressions? So as I told you, first bar over the expression, this is to be performed first, okay. So first what we need to do, first we need to perform 5 minus 2. First 5 minus 2 is 3. The next we need to perform bracket. This is the innermost bracket. Bracket starts from here, again inside there is an expression, within that expression there is a bracket. So we need to perform second. bracket. So second operation within the bracket, what is the operation is that 6 divided by this is 3. That's to be performed second. 6 by 3 is equal to 2. Then 2 of third, we need to perform 2 of this is 2. 2 of 2 is equal to 4. Then fourth here 15 minus this is 4 plus 2 is there. So we can perform addition we can perform. So this is actually minus 4 is there, minus 4 plus 2 is there. Okay, so if you perform addition, 15 minus 4 plus 2, minus 4 plus 2 will be minus 2. We need to perform this. Okay, so fourth what we need to do, this is minus 4 plus 2. This is minus 4 plus 2, which is minus 2. Then fifth, we need to perform subtraction, that is 15 minus 2, which is 13. Then last, sixth is again subtraction is there. Sixth outside bracket, 17 minus 13. So the answer is 14. The answer is 14. Okay. Sixth one I'm writing here. Sixth, what we need to do, 17 is there, minus 13. So the final answer is 4. Final answer is 4. Okay. So simplification using the V BODMAS. Let me take one more example. Simplify 2 1001 divided by 13 of 11. Okay, simplify this solution. So here off is there and the division is there. Only two operations are there. So first, which one to be performed? V, B, O, D, M, A, S. First, vinculum not there, bracket not there, half is there. This is half, O stands for half is there. That to be performed first. So 1001 divided by 13 of 11 is equal to 1001. First, you should not perform division. First, we have to perform this. 13 of 11 is multiplication. So 13 into 11. 13 into 11. 1 3s are 3, 1 1s are 1, 1 3s are 3, 1 1s are 1. So 143. So first 13 of this to be performed first. 13 of 11 to be performed first. The next only one operation is there. So you can divide 1001 divided by 143. So just multiply 143 into, let me multiply by 8, let me try 8. 3 8s are 24, 2, 4 8s are 32, plus 2 34, 3, 8 plus 3 11. It is more than this number. Okay. So let me multiply by 7. 7 3s are 21, 2, 4 7s are 28, plus 2 30, 3 7, yes. So 1001. So how many 143s? 3s are there? 1001. 7 143s are there. Okay. So you know how to add, subtract, multiply and divide. All those things you know it. Only in simplification of expressions we need to use this V BODMAS. Okay. So first vinculum is a type of bar over the expression that to be performed first, then bracket whatever the expression, whatever the operation inside the bracket to be performed next, then of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. That is the order that you need to follow while simplifying expressions. The next concept is maybe the 11th concept, okay, speed, distance and time. Very important concept. Certainly questions will be there in the question paper. Speed, distance and time. What is the speed? What is the speed? It is nothing but the distance. Speed is nothing but distance. But the distance should be covered in a unit of time. We call it as a speed. Distance is not a speed, but if the distance is covered in a unit of time, then the same distance will be called speed. So, what is speed? Distance covered in a unit of time. Distance covered in a unit of time is called speed. For example, a car covers 180 km in 3 hours. Okay, what is its speed? A car covers 180 km in 3 hours. What is its speed? Its speed is 180 km, how many hours it takes? 3 hours. But we need unit of time. Unit of time means just 1 hour. 3 hours, 180 kilometers. Then in 1 hour, how many kilometers it will cover? So 3 hours, 180 kilometers. So we need to find 1 hour. Okay. So how do you get 1? Just dividing by 3. Dividing by 3. 3 divided by 3, 1. Similarly here, if we divide 180 by 3, 180 by 3, which is equal to 60 km. Therefore, we can say speed of the car is equal to 60 km. We always write in a unit of time. So we write per hour. So kilometer per hour. 1 hour, 60 km. It is the meaning. Okay. So distance only we call it as a speed, but if it is covered in a unit of time, then only the distance will become a speed. Okay. The next, what is speed, distance, time? So we have what is distance, and the time, that we need formula. So we have formula to find the speed, distance as well as time. First formula is speed is equal to distance by time. Distance by time. Speed equal to distance by time. Same way, time is equal to time. If you want to know time, distance by speed. Distance by speed. If you want to know distance, if you want to find the distance traveled, we will multiply speed into time. Speed into time. So if you know one, if you know the two things, we can easily find the third one. So these three are related with this formula. Speed equal to distance by time. And second very important is conversion. Maybe 1 kilometer per hour. Sometimes we need to convert into meter per second. So kilometer per meter per second, if you want to convert, we need to multiply by 5 by 80 meter per second. And if you want to convert 1 meter per second to kilometer per hour, just reciprocal 80 by 5 kilometer per hour. Okay. So how do you get kilometer? 1000 meter, 1 hour, 60 minutes, again 60 into 60 second, cancel it, we will be getting this. Okay. Now the third thing that you need to remember is average speed, very important. Average speed. Total distance covered, total distance by total time taken. It's very important. Average speed is total distance by total time taken. One more formula is there for average speed. Two xy by x plus y. If x and y are the speed of the car, but the distance is fixed. Distance is same. Here condition is if distances are same. If distance is same, then we will use this. If the distance is different, then we need to add the total distance divided by total time taken. Here the distance is constant. Same distance, one car will cover with a different speed, the another car with another speed. Then if you want to find the average speed, so we can use this formula 2xy by x plus y. X is the speed of the first car, y is the speed of the second car. Okay, x and y are the speeds of the vehicles, maybe onward journey or maybe return journey. X is one direction, maybe onward journey. Y is return journey. Onward journey, traffic will not be there, quickly it will reach. Return journey, suppose there is a traffic, heavy traffic, then it will take lot of time. In that case, average speed, how do you calculate? We will be using this idea. Okay. Let us solve one or two problems based on these concepts. First problem. Suppose a car covers a distance of 180 km in 3 hours, and another car covers the same distance in 2 hours. One car covers a distance 180 km in 3 hours. Another car covers the same distance in 2 hours. Find the average speed. Find the average speed. So first of all, we need to know the speeds of both the cars. Distance is same, we can use the second formula or we can use the first formula also. Okay, so first formula if we use, very simple, average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. So what is the total distance? 180 km first car covers, second car also covers the same distance. So total distance is 180 plus 180. Total time taken is here 3 hours, here 2 hours, totally 5 hours. Simplify further. 180 is 360 divided by 5. If we divide 5, 7 5s are 35 to 72 km per hour is the average speed. One method. The another method, if you want to use, because the distance is same, we can also use the second formula. Second formula is 2xy by x plus y. Okay, 2xy by x plus y. So x is the speed of first car. So 2 into speed of first car is 3 hours 180. 1 hour it will cover 60 km. Here 180 2 hours. So in 1 hour 90 km divided by 60 plus 90. So if you multiply 2 into 60 into 90 divided by 150, cancel 0 0. Let me cancel 5s. 1 5s are 5, 50, 4 5s are 60. So if you multiply 2 4s are 8, 8 9s are 72 km per hour. So you can use the first formula, total time taken by total distance covered by total time taken, very easy. Or if you want to use the second one, because the distance is same distance they have given, the distance covered is same. Okay, so we can use the second formula, but just by finding the speed, 180 km 3 hours, 1 hour 60 km, 180 km 2 hours, 1 hour 90 km, and you will be getting the same answer. So that's all we have for speed, distance and time. So with the help of these concepts, you can be able to solve any type of problems. Now let me move on to the very important concept, percentage. Very important concept, percentage. Everywhere we will be using percentage, so it's very important. What is percentage? Percentage is, generally we say that out of 100, percentage is just, we will be taking it as out of 100, percent per 100. Percentage meaning is per 100. Percentage meaning is per 100. But actually, what is percentage? Whatever things are there with you, you need to divide that whole thing into 100 equal parts. Then each part is called percentage. So we say that 1/100th of a whole is called percentage. What is percentage? 1/100th of a whole is called percentage. So 100, how do you write 100? So we will be writing 1/100th is 1/100. 1/100th is 1/100. That will be called 1%. 1% or 1 percentage. So we use the symbol, the same 1/100. We write it as 1. Percentage symbol is, we put one slash line, then 1 0 on the top, 1 0 at the bottom. This is percentage symbol. Okay. So it's 100, 1 0 0. Like you can easily remember this symbol. 1% is 1/100. What is 5% then? What is 5%? 5/100. 5/100. 1/100th of a whole is 1%. 5/100 means 5%. 5/100 5%. Okay. So percentage related problems, we'll be discussing it. Converting fractions into percentage and decimals into percentage. Okay, so let us learn one by one. First problem is convert fraction 3/4 into percentage. Convert 3/4 into percentage. How do you convert? How do you convert? We need to bring 100 in the denominator. Okay, so how do you bring 100 in the denominator? We know equivalent fractions multiplied by 25, it will become 100. So 3 25s are 75, 4 25s are 100. So this will become 75%. 75 hundredths. 1 hundredths is 1%. 1 hundredths is 1%. 75 hundredths is 75%. Second one, convert the decimals. Maybe 1.5 into percentage. How do you convert 1.5 into percentage? Very simple. 1.5 is nothing but 15 tenths. 15 tenths. Tenths. Unit place. This is the tenths place. 5 tenths are there. 1 unit will be equal to 10 tenths. 1 unit is equal to 10 tenths. Here 5 tenths are there. Totally 15 tenths. 15 tenths. Okay. Now how do you make 100? 15 by 10 equivalent fractions multiplied by another 10, it will become 100. So 15 tenths are 150, 10 tenths are 100. So 150 hundredths, 150 hundredths, 1 hundredths is 1%, 150 hundredths is 150%. Okay. So fraction to decimal, decimal to fractions to percentage, decimal to percentage, very easy. Percentage to fraction, percentage to decimals, one problem, let me see. Convert maybe 125% into fraction, into a fraction. So how do you convert into a fractions? Very simple. 125% is equal to 125 hundredths, 125 hundredths. So 125 hundredths, 125 hundredths. Then reduce it. You can reduce the fractions dividing by 25. 5 25s are 125, 4 25s are 100. So 5 by 4. Okay. So percentage is a very important concept. Generally we use for comparison and all. In the schools you will be getting marks in terms of percentage. Maybe different school will conduct examinations in different marks. Maybe there may be a student who scores maybe 45 marks out of 50. Another school, there may be a student who scores 75 marks out of 100. So if you want to compare the marks, it's very difficult. Generally we say that this fellow has scored only 45, the another student has scored 75. So the second student scores, more marks. But that's not the fact. Because this girl has scored 45 out of 50, the another student has scored 75 out of 100. So we cannot compare it. So percentage is one way of comparing the marks. So we need to convert this into marks. Into 2 into 2. What happens? 90 by 100. Here it is 75 by 100. Now who has scored more marks? The first student who scored 45 out of 50 will be scoring 90 out of 100. Like that. We'll be using percentage as tool to compare marks. Comparing marks, always we will be converting them into percentage. I think with this idea you can solve problems based on percentage. Next, I'll be moving to very, very important concept. The next concept is profit and loss. The next concept is profit and loss. So it's also a very important concept, profit and loss. We like to get always profit. We never want to be loss if we do any businesses and all. We always try to get a profit. So now I am going to discuss profit and loss. That is the 13th concept. Okay, now I am going to discuss the 13th concept, profit and loss. What is profit? Suppose if you buy an item at a lesser price and sell it at a higher price, certainly you will be getting a profit. So the difference amount, okay, the difference amount is called the profit. So what is profit? The difference amount. The difference amount, if you the difference amount that we get by selling an item more than the cost price. That is, profit is nothing but selling price SP minus CP. So profit is selling price minus cost price. So the difference amount that we get by selling an item more than the cost price. So you might have purchased an item for 100 rupees, and if you sell it for 150 rupees, what is the difference? 50 rupees is the profit. So the profit is the difference amount if you sell more than the cost price. Similarly, loss. What is loss? Then again the difference. The difference amount if we sell an item less than the cost price. Less than the cost price. That is, loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. Loss is cost price minus selling price. Profit is selling price minus cost price. Okay. So the difference amount you need to calculate. If you sell at a more price, certainly we will be getting extra money, that is called profit. If you sell at a lesser price, then you will incur a loss. You will be losing some money. Next concept is profit percentage. Profit percentage. So again we are comparing the profit, percentage. What is profit percentage? So profit percentage is, we are comparing with the cost price. If the cost price is 100 rupees, the profit that we get is called the profit percent. So the profit that we get when the cost price is 100 is called the profit percent. We write in symbol profit percent. Similarly, loss percent. What is loss percent? So formula, profit percent is equal to profit divided by CP into 100. Profit percent. Next, loss percent. So the loss that we incur when the cost price is 100. called the loss percent. So formula is loss percent is equal to whatever may be the loss divided by Cp into 100. Loss percent, profit percent. So we will be converting the profit to 100. Suppose the cost price may be 50, profit is 5 rupees. 50 rupees, 5 rupees is profit. Then convert into 100, 100 rupees, profit will be 10 rupees. So profit percentage is 10%. Okay. So and another, still we have few more formulas. I think some more formula. Let me write formulas. If you want to find the cost price, if you know the profit percent, if you want to find the selling price, if you know the loss percent, so we can easily remember 3 to 4 formulas, and we can use the formula so that we can easily find selling price or cost price if you know profit or loss percent. Let me write the first formula. Suppose if you want to find the selling price and if we know the cost price, we want to find the selling price, but if you know the cost price and profit percent is given. Profit percentage is given. Whenever profit is there, selling price will be more. Selling price will be more means numerator will be more, denominator will be less, because selling price is more than the cost price. So the numerator should be more. So we will put 100 plus profit percent by 100. Very simple. 100 and plus 100. Numerator is more. So SP is more. Okay. Second, cost price. If you want to find the cost price, same formula. Okay. Cost price, profit is there, cost price will be less. So you put 100 there, 100 plus profit percent. Reciprocal. Reciprocal. If you know the loss percent, how do you find the selling price? Selling price is here into cost price, okay, into here selling price will be less. So lesser denominator, okay, so numerator is less, selling price will be less. Numerator is more, selling price will be more than the cost price. So numerator should be less. So we put 100 minus loss percent divided by 100. Now check it. Denominator is more 100, numerator is less, selling price is less. Selling price is less, we incur loss. And last formula, cost price, if you want to find, cost price will be more, reciprocal input, 100 there, 100 minus loss percent. So these are the 4 very important formula to find the selling price or cost price if profit is percentage is given or loss percentage is given. We can use these formulas to find the selling price or cost price. Let me solve 1 or 2 problems. If or maybe Raju buys a scooter for 12,000 and spent rupees, okay, 12,000 and spent rupees 3,000 on its repair. Raju buys a scooter for 12,000 and spent rupees 3,000 on its repair. He sold it for 20,000. Raju buys a scooter for 12,000 and spent 3,000 on its repair and sold it for 20,000. Find the gain or loss percent. This is the question. Raju buys a scooter for 12,000 and spent 3,000 on its repair and he sold it for rupees 20,000. Find his gain or loss percent. So how do you find? Let me write first cost price. Cost price is whatever the money he spent to buy the item plus repair and transportation and other miscellaneous expenditure also will be included in the cost price. So cost price is equal to 15,000. Remember it. Cost price includes the base price plus repair and other miscellaneous expenditures to get that item, to get the scooter. All those things will be considered as cost price. Then selling price is 20,000. Certainly profit is there. So therefore profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Selling price is 20,000 minus cost price is 15,000. So 5,000 profit. Profit is 5,000, but we need to find the gain percentage. Therefore, gain means profit. Profit percentage is equal to profit by CP into 100. So what is profit? Profit is 5,000 and CP is 15,000 into 100. So 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 0 cancels. 1 5s are 5, 3 5s are 15. So 100 by 3. 100 by 3 percentage. I can write it in the mixed fraction. 3 3s are 9, again 10, 3 3s are 9, 33, 1 by 3 percentage is the profit or gain percent. So the profit or gain percentage is written in terms of mixed fraction 33, 1 by 3 percentage. Okay. So if we can, remember the formula, we can easily solve problem based on selling price and cost price. Okay. So let me stop here and still we have got two more concept. Simple interest, perimeter and area. So let me continue the next concept in the next video. Thank you all.